going on, Jerome? So the Minnesota Vikings are all in. Next 3 years, Super Bowl window is wide open, and we're going to jimmy that window open. That's right. We're actually, no, we're just going to bring a bulldozer, knock the whole damn building down, because the Vikings are going to win the first of 12 Jerome Bartneys in the next 10 years. And Kwesi and Kevin O'Connell have talked about this team being able to win in the Final Four conference title games, January, February, when the games really matter. And, they do say that run game and defense travels. Obviously it would be ideal if the NFC ran through Minneapolis, but I mean, can you win a game on the road? Can you win a game in Philadelphia? Can you win a game in Washington? Can you win a game in San Francisco? Can you do that? Right, that's a major question for the Vikings. And yes, I think the way that this team is built is an absolute FU to the rest of the National Football League. And we want to go through and basically just answer the question for ourselves. Is this team built to win in January, February, when the games actually matter? First off, there's 7 things, 7 characteristics that a winning team this time of year needs, or that time of year. Some time of year needs. First up, control the line of scrimmage on offense. Now, the Vikings have gone hard in the paint along that offensive line. Bring in Ryan Kelly, and then bring in Will Fries, the highest paid guard in free agency this offseason. Drafted Donovan Jackson. Ooh, it's for real in the first round. And this is a not effing around crew. And Ryan Kelly, the Vikings new center, has talked about this is the most talented group he's been around. He's not lying. He's not wrong, right? So controlling the line of scrimmage, because that's where it all starts and ends. Where, yes, it's important all year round, but especially in the trenches, January, February. You saw it. You saw what the Eagles were able to do during their playoff run against the Packers. The Rams, as well as the Commies, and then, of course, in the Super Bowl against Kansas City. They controlled the line of scrimmage on both sides, and then guess what? They won. They dominated. It is what it is, right? But, the Vikings, hey, can you, against the Eagles in the NFC title game, say you're on the road, not a redux of 38-7, but can you move bodies, let the bodies hit the floor, Rawr. Yes, I think with this offensive line, the Vikings certainly can. So check. Yes, they got that going. Number 2, part and parcel of the offensive line, can you run the ball when you want to? Right, so beyond just lip service, but setting up play action, as well as can you get positive yardage on first down? Like, can you set up 2nd and 4 versus 2nd and 9? Right. Also, short yardage, 3rd down, 4th down, red zone, but also, perhaps most importantly, can you salt things away in the 4th quarter? Run a 4-minute offense where, hey, we're going to run the ball. We're going to run it off tackle. We're going to run outside zone, and you're not going to be able to stop us. We're going to get 6 on first down. We're going to get 5 on second down. We're going to move those chains, and there's not a damn thing that you can do about it except watch that clock tick down, right? So that's, again, part and parcel of controlling the line of scrimmage is being able to run the ball when you want. The Vikings, frankly, haven't been able to do that during the Kevin O'Connell regime. And, part of it is personnel. Part of it is O'Connell and his not sticking to the run game, but the Vikings have definitely gone all in the run game. I think that's also hand in glove with having a first-time starting quarterback, and you want to be able to run the ball and make life a lot easier. But I know it's a leap of faith, but this offensive line up front, as well as the addition of Jordan Mason, plus bringing back Aaron Jones, yes, I think the Vikings will be able to run the ball with aplomb whenever they want to late in the season. Plus, bad weather, the weather might not be conducive for chucking the ball, so can you run the damn thing? That's right. Next up, number 3, a quarterback who can make throws on money downs. Now, we could have gone through, do you have the great receivers? Do you have this? And it's important, sure, but also, do you have a quarterback that can just make that play, make that throw? Outside the numbers, 3rd and 8, just stick it. Move those chains. I understand J.J. McCarthy hasn't played at staff in the National Football League, and I believe, but check the homerism just a tad, I'm going to say it's a question mark as right now. Now, by the time January, February rolls around, we're going to know a lot about J.J. McCarthy and if he's indeed that freaking dude, right? But offensively, if you can control the line of scrimmage, if you can run the ball whenever the hell you want to, and it sets up play action and all that stuff, think he could be good to go. It almost sounds like a carbon copy of what J.J. McCarthy was asked to do at Michigan, right? But we'll see. But like I said, come January, February, we're going to know this question will be answered very easily. Next up, defensively. Number 4, can your pass rush get home with 4? And that's an issue that the Vikings had last year. Flores blitzes a ton by nature, but the Vikings simply were not able to do it. But a revamped defensive line featuring Jonathan Allen, Javon Hargrave, Tyrion Ingram, Dawkins, Jalen Redmond re-signed LDR in year 2. The Vikings should be able to get a push in that interior, on top of AVG, Grenard, Turner being a three-headed monster rushing from the edge, or maybe a little bit of off-ball linebacker for Diamond Dallas Turner as well. So yes, that's obviously a yes. The Vikings can do that. And also, just the havoc that the Eagles wreaked on Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs' offensive line without blitzing a single time last year, it's impressive. It's impressive. And we talked about, if you only rush 4 and you're dropping 7 in coverage, there's so many bluffs and disguises that you can do with numbers on the back end where it looks to the quarterback as he's getting pressured like there's 17 defenders back there. All right. Next up, number 5. Defense capable of generating turnovers. Now, the Vikings were number 1 turnovers last year, and yes, there is a bit of puck luck when it comes to turnovers. Does the ball bounce your way? Does the quarterback have a brain fart? All that stuff. But yes. Also, the fact that the Vikings, like we said, getting pressure with 4, dropping 7 in coverage, that's going to ramp up your chances for a turnover, and also a great turnover Sally. It's going to be good. Next up, number 6. Do you have a kicker and punter who doesn't piss himself in big-time situations? So, of course, we Vikings fans, we have PTS when it comes to the kicking game. But also, punter's underrated too, because in the event that your offense doesn't score, can he flip the field? And a good punter is going to add 15, 20 yards to every single drive to the opposition to either score or even get in field goal range. So it's a hidden yardage that adds up. I have questions about Ryan Wright. I believe in Will the Thrill, and hopefully year 2, mentally he's good to go off of that injury that he had last year. So we're going to leave a question mark for now. And mainly first off, it would be a check mark if it was just Reichard, but the question mark is there because I'm not sure about Wright. I don't feel right, Brian. I don't feel right. Lastly, number 7, a head coach who goes for the throat. Now, once you get an opponent down, you have to keep them down in the playoffs, and you've seen many of blown leads over and over and over again. Now, yes, the enemy gets a vote, but also there is a little bit of a pucker factor when it comes to that. Now, Kevin O'Connell, God bless him, he is learning on the job, but we need to see that killer instinct. So right now, it's a question mark. I would like to move it to a check mark by the time January, February rolls around, part and parcel with the run game, with J.J. McCarthy, belief in him, the offensive line, the defense that you trust, all that stuff. But as of right now, we'll see. I think it's something that he's learning on the job, and hopefully it's something that he acquired during this offseason. Heading to year 4, wanting some more. I want some more aggression and play to win the game versus playing not to lose once you have a lead. There you go. Anyways, your thoughts are thoughts. Are the Vikings built to win in January, February? Service says yes. Let us know your thoughts, our thoughts. What are your keys? Let us know. Comment section. You guys are the best to do. Skull production value.